Collective, and welcome to FireStar Tarot. I am Empress Egypt, and welcome. So obviously, as you guys can tell from the title, this is going to be a masculine shadow work reading. So we are going to be tapping into the shadows of masculine energy, okay? I will also upload the shadows of feminine energy around the same time as this reading, okay, you guys? So there will be two shadow work readings. We're going to do one on feminine and masculine. This is the masculine shadow reading, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. I am going to be pulling 7 cards here for the overall energy of this shadow reading for masculine, and then we will clarify each one of these cards. The reason I'm going with 7 cards, you guys, is because obviously 7s are all about the shadow, the inner work, okay? So shadow work readings are inner work readings, all right, you guys? So before we get into this reading, you guys, if you want to book a personal reading with me, my email is in the description box down below, FireStarPassion@gmail. Also, too, you guys, if you do want to donate or tip me, my PayPal and Cash App is down below. Also, too, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, do all the good stuff. Get this video in the algorithm so it does find who it's intended for, okay? All right. I feel like there is a hair, but I guess I'm tripping. So let's go ahead and pull 7 cards for masculine's energy. Again, tapping into the shadows of masculine. Spirit, let's go ahead and tap into the inner shadows of masculine. 7 cards, please, for the inner shadows of masculine. First 2 cards up, we do have Naked Before the Stars. We also have Fated to Suffer. Can barely see. Fated to Suffer. Okay. So Divine Masculine's definitely making some bad decisions, or has made some bad decisions that he does definitely need to face here. Spirit, remember too, when I say he, I'm referring to masculine energy. That does not mean that it has to be a he, okay? He or she, all right? Again, we all possess masculine and feminine energies. It is up to you to use discernment to figure out who is in masculine and who is in feminine energy, okay? Spirit, let's go ahead and get, all right, let's go ahead and get 4 more cards, Spirit. We also have Bride to a Cage. Oh, Bride in a Cage. I apologize. My lighting's really crap in here. I need to fix my lighting. I will also show you all these cards, all right, you guys? Spirit, let's go ahead and get 4 more cards for the shadows of masculine, please. 4 more cards. We also have Downcast Pride. Downcast Pride, okay? Masculine's definitely been in his ego and made some decisions. These decisions obviously lead to suffrage, misery, unhappiness. I do feel like there's an energy of masculine needing to tap into his energy, into his naked self, his vulnerable energy, his vulnerable self. We need 1 more card. We also have Anger and Chains. We also have Colorless Angel. Let's get 1 more card, Spirit, for the shadows of masculine, please. And for the final card, we do have I Won't Cry for You. Bottom of the deck, grounding this energy, is Revenge. Okay? So definitely, there is definitely some resentment. There is some possible anger and violence within masculine energy. Definitely a revengeful side of masculine is definitely grounding this energy. So what this is saying is overall masculine energy definitely needs to tap into the revengeful side, okay? The part of masculine that is just bothered by things enough to react, okay? So again, the energies leading up to anger kind of moments, hostility, misery, that kind of thing. Misery loves, what's the saying? Company loves misery, or whatever that saying is. I'm probably totally wrong, but you guys can correct me in the comments down below, okay? Again, overall energy grounding this is masculine needing to really focus on that revengeful side, that spiteful side, okay? So wow, lots of energy. We will be clarifying all of these. So we do have Naked Before the Stars. Okay. So obviously, there's an energy of masculine really needing to be vulnerable. Okay. Not only needing to be vulnerable, but to be vulnerable when it comes to the things that he's actually wishing for. So obviously there's some secrecy within this energy, obviously within the shadows themselves, because the shadows are the secret. They are the inner depths. Okay. So again, masculine's really in an energy of needing to be vulnerable here. Face the fears, be vulnerable, especially when it surrounds hopes, wishes, dreams, and desires. All right. We also have fated to suffer. This means that masculine's definitely making some decisions that lead to suffrage, that lead to pain, that lead to possibly revenge, violence, that kind of thing. Okay. Deceitful, possibly. Definitely, I'm feeling energies of masculine just making some bad decisions and needing to address those bad decisions that have led to the suffrage that masculine is encountering in possible current energy. We also have bride in a cage, okay? So it's definitely almost creating restriction, creating restraints within a feminine energy, right? And maybe this is multiple feminine energies, maybe not just one, but it's this energy of, again, masculine almost keeping his bride in a cage, okay? So there's an energy of control. There's an energy of greed within this card. We also have downcast pride. So obviously masculine needs to face the fact that he's really been in his ego when it comes to some of these bad decisions, right? That pride has really led him astray here. We also have anger and chaos. I'm sorry, anger and chains. Again, circling back to this whole bride in a cage, the whole downcast pride here, as well as this fated life to suffrage. Here we have the energy of anger itself, violence, right? Hostility, leading to resentment, leading to revengeful, spiteful energy. Also, too, being restricted with the chains, or restricting, again, feminine energy or other energy within presence of masculine, within the shadows of masculine. We also have colorless angel. So there's also a need to face these fears because obviously this masculine doesn't really know what color he is in, okay, within his angel energy. The colorless angel is almost like a chameleon, but colorless, right? It can change its colors if it actually can project what color it wants to be. But until masculine addresses the shadows, until masculine addresses the shadows and addresses the light, right? It's an energy of not knowing that color. So it's definitely a colorless angel. There is still an energy of masculine not being totally like lost and totally like just the worst thing in the world, but it's just an energy of, again, the shadows that masculine needs to face in order to choose a color, in order to, again, create that own flame, that own color within, okay? We also have I won't cry for you. So definitely lining up right under this pride energy is not being able to be sympathetic to others' emotions, right? It's not that this energy doesn't exist. It's just that masculine is hiding these emotions, hiding, the fact that he needs to face these fears to be able to be vulnerable, to be able to show emotions, to be able to let that pride down and become vulnerable, okay? So masculine likes to really hold this wall up high. Masculine really likes to wear this mask to protect himself, okay? To protect his energy, again, to not make him vulnerable, to protect that vulnerable side of masculine, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and clarify these cards, and then we will obviously get into the next reading, which is going to be the shadows of feminine, okay? So obviously a lot of energy here. Number 18, 8 and 1 is 9. This is a completion when it comes to vulnerability, okay? So again, masculine really needs to face his shadows here so that in order to be vulnerable, right, to have a completion when it comes to vulnerability. So in order for him to have these dreams and to be able to achieve what it is that he fully wants to attain as far as, emotional intimacy, stability, long-term commitment, or even just wealth and success, it's an energy of masculine, again, needing to be vulnerable. So in order, again, for him to attain these things, he has to be vulnerable. So let's go ahead and clarify again, because in order to be vulnerable, right, in order to have these things, he has to go through the completion of vulnerability. So it's going to be the test of vulnerability, okay? Spirit, what's going on with this whole naked before the stars energy, Spirit? Let's go ahead and clarify this naked before the stars. We do have the 10 of Pentacles. Again, he's not attaining wealth. He's not attaining abundance right now. Why? Because he has to complete the stages of vulnerability, okay? Spirit, let's go ahead and get one more card for naked before the stars, please. One more card for naked before the stars. Thank you, Spirit. We also have Queen of Cups in reverse, of course, right? There's also an energy of hopes and dreams of a person who will unconditionally love this masculine, right? This masculine energy. Again, it's like masculine is afraid to be vulnerable with this unconditional loving partner, okay? So he probably rejects this partner. He's probably revengeful with this partner. Again, it's an energy of denying this feminine, denying this unconditional love, denying this intuitive, nurturing woman, right? Feminine energy, in order to, again, not face those vulnerable parts of masculine. So again, in order for and so what's taking place is, since masculine is doing this, he is not attaining the wealth, the success that he actually wants, right? So again, this is an ultimate test. It's a test of, okay, masculine, in order for you to succeed and gain what it is that you want, as far as the pentacles, the 3D world, you have to complete the stages of vulnerability. Okay, you have to be vulnerable in order to attain these things that you truly want and wish for. Okay, so you have to be naked beneath the stars, right? All right, so let's go ahead and move on to fated to suffer. So again, it's almost like masculine here is making decisions, really bad choices, making bad decisions here, fating situations instead of following the path of God, following the path of universe and light. Masculine's really, again, making decisions, bad decisions, poor choices that lead to a fated path. This fated path is obviously suffrage. So if you feel like you're living in a life of misery, masculine, okay, and even my females out there can benefit from masculine energy, because again, we all possess masculine and feminine energy, okay? So again, it's, if you're feeling like your life is nothing but suffrage and it's miserable, well, definitely there's an energy of you fading your situation then, because if you walk the path of light, if you allow universe to take control, but also, do the things that you need to do as a person on this 3D world, then clearly these issues will no longer be faded, right? So masculine needs to really stop making bad decisions. This is why things are suffering for him, okay? This is why things are unbearable. This is why, I cannot talk. These are why things are toxic within masculine's current energy, because again, he chose these things. He made these decisions that led to this misery. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify the fated to suffer, please, Spirit. Let's go ahead and clarify this fated to suffer, please, with 2 cards. Okay, and the final card we do have, there's the Queen of Swords again. So it's an energy of anytime masculine deals with someone who doesn't protect themselves, masculine tends to fate the situation, okay? So this is almost like not having a challenge, right? So anytime masculine is not challenged by an energy, masculine is definitely going to fate the situation really quick. Also too, we do have the Ace of Wands and start a new passionate beginning, okay? So for those of you guys dealing with masculine energy, clearly masculine energy again is going to fate situations when he feels like there's no challenge, there's no there's no complexity to the situation. And so when anytime there's an energy of dealing with someone who is not defending themselves, who is not knowing their value and protecting themselves, this masculine is going to wander off and start a new passionate beginning, okay? Spirit, what's going on with this bride in a cage? What is this controlling kind of energy? Conflicting masculine is the Two of Swords, restoring peace with a situation. So in order for masculine to be able to control the situation, it's almost like masculine doesn't give an answer. Masculine doesn't communicate. Masculine doesn't cut off oxygen, right? Or supply to oxygen or supply to some form of resource. So he keeps a lingering kind of energy of not necessarily communicating or maybe even communicating, but also keeping the people around them in a conflicted energy so that, again, this masculine can control the situation, leave when need to, and come back to the energy, okay? Spirit, let's go ahead and get one more card, please, for this bride in a cage. And obviously, this is surrounding feminine energy, right? The counterpart energy. Again, it's almost like denying unconditional love, but also keeping it there just in case nothing else works out or other things don't work out. Conflicting energy. Hold on one second. Conflicting energy, we do have the Hierophant, commitment, okay? Again, it's almost like this masculine doesn't really, commit. possibly the shadows of this masculine are very flaky and non-committal. And again, so it's this energy of leaving people questioning, especially feminine energy, leaving feminine energy questioning the situation to be able to keep, you know, feminine within reach, to be able to, again, keep feminine at his disposal here, or at his, you know, beck and call, so to speak. Let's go ahead and take a look at this downcast pride, all right? Again, it's almost like this masculine is also too embarrassed of his prideful ways. Spirit, what's going on with this downcast pride, number 20, right? So this pride has a lot to do with this union. This pride has a lot to do with the way he acts in this union, okay? Wow. The devil energy. Very interesting. The devil in reverse. So it's an energy of almost wanting to release this pride because ultimately, excuse me, ultimately masculine's not happy within this energy. Ultimately masculine knows that things aren't what he really wants, right? Again, he's kind of living in an energy of misery and regret and revenge and spite. You know, just in a real negative, toxic kind of energy. So there is, with this devil energy in reverse, wanting to release the toxicity, wanting to get out of this funk. And so this is why he's looking down at himself, and in a very kind of disappointing way. He's very disappointed within his pride. He's very disappointed within his ego here. Spirit, let's get one more card here for this downcast pride. Spirit, for this downcast pride, let's get one more card. We also have the Fool, taking a leap of faith, right? So yeah, masculine definitely knows within even his shadows that he doesn't like this energy. And so masculine does want to take a leap of faith towards himself, towards a connection, towards the things that he's dreaming for, a leap of faith towards being vulnerable, okay? And again, with the 9 here, with the number 18, 1 and 8 being 9 and a completion, I do feel like masculine will face these shadows. And now every masculine is going to take a little bit more time than the next or the one before, but ultimately, you know, it's at each masculine's pace, right? So when this masculine is ready to get out of this funk and realizes that, you know, he's not manifesting, he doesn't have abundance, he doesn't have success and happiness, this is when masculine will start to address this. I do feel like he's already in this energy of knowing that his pride has kind of led him astray. It's led him to make bad decisions that have led to this unhappy, revengeful, spiteful kind of energy, okay? But again, he does want to take a leap of faith towards being vulnerable. He does want to take a leap of faith towards unconditional love, towards stability, right? Spirit, what's going on with this anger and chains energy for masculine? What's going on with this anger and chains energy? We do have, interesting, the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, as within, as without in the reverse. So there's an energy of not really having core value here. So obviously, if this masculine is a little bit insecure and doesn't have core value, there's definitely going to be anger because it's an energy of being unbalanced, okay? And some people handle this unbalancing. For my feminines who are more emotional, there's going to be a lot more depression and you know, leading to the emotional side of things. For masculine energy, you know, this energy is going to be more toxic and angry and violent because masculine energy is strong. Masculine energy is an animal. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but it's primal instinct, right? To be a beast and to protect, but also to, you know, attack and to go after. So it's an energy of this masculine not really fully understanding his value, or something's not balanced within this masculine that creates this uneasy, anxious, angry kind of just frustrated energy. So again, this is why we see a lot of masculines with their pride up, because again, they're afraid to tap into that vulnerability because it goes against what masculine energy should be, as you know, as in that prideful, strong, masculine energy. Makes sense? So again, there's a little bit of lack of value here, or at least tapping into that value, afraid to fully embrace that value because of a fear of, again, being vulnerable. We also have, interesting enough, the Tower, destruction. And so this is what leads to this masculine's destruction. This is what leads to the destruction around this masculine. It's not that this masculine is not good. It's just that this masculine has not faced his inner shadows. This masculine is having a hard time understanding why he's angry, or why he is revengeful or spiteful, or why why he just wants to blow up all the time, or why he wants to run, right? Or why he keeps people at his, you know, at his beck and call. It's an energy of, again, needing to face those shadows so that masculine can see, again, what his prideful ways and prideful decisions lead to, so that he can, again, be vulnerable to experience the other side, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at this colorless angel. Let's see what happens with the colors within this masculine. Again, I feel like right now he doesn't really know the difference between negative and positive. It's not that he doesn't know the difference between negative and positive, but it's an energy of not really seeing the colors of the darkness or the colors of the light. Yes, we have black and we have white, but we also have all the colors in between, right? So when we face our shadows, it's not that we're necessarily going to the dark side, right? It's about tapping into the other colors in the other dimension that we tend to kind of run away from sometimes, or we, with our prideful ways, fail to acknowledge, because again, it makes us look weak, right? Let's go ahead and tap into this colorless angel spirit. What is this colorless angel here for masculine energy? Show me the shadows of this colorless angel, please. Show me the colors of this colorless angel. Interesting. We do have the Page of Swords in reverse. Okay. We also have the Eight of Swords, okay? The Mind of Maniacs. We have two swords here. So obviously, the reason this angel is colorless to this masculine, the reason this masculine doesn't even know what color he is, and I don't mean that as far as the 3D sense. I'm referring to the energy, right? The frequency, the color frequency here. So it's an energy of this masculine not really knowing what color frequency he is. Therefore, the situations around him, he doesn't even know what the color frequencies are around him. So it's this energy of not really seeing color, right? Being blinded to the frequencies, the temperatures, right? You get what I'm saying, right? He's blocking this with his thoughts, right? He's in here saying, okay, well, I need to make sure I don't close this door. I need to keep this door open in case this doorway that I opened and this door that I went through doesn't work, or in case things don't work out, right? It's this energy of just kind of, again, leaving all options open on the table, but also not really fully being vulnerable enough to fully embrace those wishes, embrace those dreams, embrace the things that he really desires inside that he hasn't really fully tapped into, if that makes sense. I know it's really confusing, right? I hope this is making sense for you guys. If you are masculine energy and this is resonating for you, definitely let me know in the comments down below. If you guys are dealing with masculine energy and this is the masculine you're dealing with and you feel this and you know this intuitively, let me know in the comments down below. Again, I feel Mind of the Maniacs here. And so this is making it really hard for, again, this masculine to see, again, what is in front of him, because he's seeing it within his own perception because of how he's thought it through for so long, right? This is almost a conformality, a programming, right? Unreliable energy, right? Not communicating properly. Again, maybe not communicating at all. A lot of energy here, it really is, but it does make a lot of sense that this masculine is within his pride. He's within his ego and he's afraid to be vulnerable here. Spirit, what's going on with this I won't cry for you energy? Again, not being sympathetic to others' emotions, especially circling feminine energy. Spirit, what's going on with this I won't cry for you? Let's go ahead and get two cards for this I won't cry for you, please. Okay, we had the Queen of Wands in the upright. My feminine energy watching this. You could be fire, right? You could have fire in your chart. If not, you could just have a lot of ambition and drive and passion for this person. I also feel like this person is focused on a fire energy as well, this particular masculine. I do feel like he's really attracted to feminine energy, okay? There's a sense of, again, that 3D look through his perception. And so there's a lot of temptation within the things he sees. I also feel like masculine energy within his own emotions and with that pride, okay? Not fully tapping into his emotions, but how he sees his emotions here, or how he thinks he's tapping into his emotions, is still a very, not necessarily controlling, but very specific kind of energy, right? It's like, if I'm going to give love, it's going to be like this and this only. If I'm going to accept love, I want it to look like this kind of energy. Again, it comes down to the way this masculine's thinking, the way he is with his pride, his logic, and of course, the way he's seeing the world around him. Again, the color he's seeing or the color he doesn't see. I also feel like there's, again, a fire sign he kind of has his eye on here. Queen of Wands energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. Well, more Aries, Leo, more Aries than anything. Conflicting energy, we have the Six of Wands having victory, and also the Seven of Wands. Very interesting, the 6 and 7. There's progress within this masculine, okay? There's progress within this masculine energy. We have the High Priestess in reverse. It's just this masculine is rejecting his intuition. He's rejecting, again, those things within his heart space that he actually craves for, the things that he actually dreams for. Again, this test right here is a test of vulnerability with this masculine. So this masculine is going to have to hit rock bottom and be miserable and almost get into an energy of almost that toxic, violent kind of raging energy, not violent physically, but within his being, right? Within his mind and within his heart space, battling himself so much, not being happy with what's going on around him, to be able to acknowledge again that there are things that this masculine wants aside from this life that he's living, this life of misery, this life of revenge, this life of spitefulness, of pride, of ego. So it's this energy of, again, masculine needing to complete this cycle and, again, face this area of vulnerability and be vulnerable so that he can have, again, the things that he hopes and wishes for. So obviously a very, very specific energy here. Obviously not all of you guys that are masculine are going to be in this energy, and not all of you guys dealing with a masculine are dealing with a masculine in this energy. But for those of you guys, and I'm picking up on this masculine again, this is that player energy. This is the never really giving closure to situations. This is that energy that, again, is afraid to be vulnerable, but yet smart enough, because he's within his ego and logic, smart enough to be strategic enough to not, close off opportunities, close off supply, close off, you get what I'm saying? Again, it's like, if you know that you're going to run out of oxygen and would you rather have 1 oxygen tank or 20, right? It's kind of that energy. It's like masculine's like, well, let me just have 20 oxygen tanks, right? Just so that I know I can breathe no matter what. Okay. That way, if 1 oxygen tank fails or 1 runs out, I've got backup. That's this energy. And so it's not that this masculine is sitting there in his mind saying, I'm going to play these people and I'm going to abuse these people and use these people. It's just this masculine is not seeing the color frequency right. So he's not seeing, who is in an energy of actually being nurturing and loving and caring, or who is just being, fake and actually acting like they want something, but having other motives, right? So again, this masculine just kind of makes decisions that are more challenging, that are more trickier. And of course, when you get into an energy of a challenging or conflicting or kind of, again, something that is complex, you're going to get a complex situation, a complex result, right? So now that he's in this complex result, he's sitting here saying, okay, I desire more. I am looking down on myself because I realize my pride led me astray. Okay. Now, what do I need to do? I want this. I'm hoping for this. I'm wishing for this. So now masculine just has to really go through this cycle and really tap into that and become vulnerable, hit his emotions and embrace, become naked, become vulnerable here. So again, with that being said, let's go ahead and get some ending advice for masculine here. Yeah, let's get some ending advice for masculine here, right? Spirit, let's go ahead and get some ending advice for my masculines checking in on this energy, or even for my cross watchers checking in on a masculine energy, Spirit. What do we have for masculine energy? Ending advice for my masculines, please. Ending advice for masculine, Spirit. Ending advice for masculine. All right, one more time, Spirit. Ending advice for masculine, please. Ending advice for masculine here. Get one more card for ending advice for masculine. One more card, Spirit. One more card. Okay. Oh, we got it. Bottom of the deck, excuse me, we do have activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're being led. Yeah, again, I feel like masculine's a little bit also conflicted, okay? So again, whether you're the masculine or dealing with the masculine energy is conflicted when it comes to where he is going, okay, or where he is being pulled to. Again, kind of denying his intuition, denying what he really feels. So it's an energy of just understanding that all these dots in between, you know, whether they're good or bad, will lead you to where it is that you are being guided to. Whether, you know, you accept it or not, Spirit and God will still get you where you need to go, okay, and put people in your life to get you there, okay? We actually discussed this a little bit in the solar eclipse tarot reading, okay, the no communication, no contact, separation reading. So just talking about that energy, right? I do feel like, again, you need to be trust where you're being pulled to. Your intuition is telling you that something's not right. Your intuition is telling you you deserve more. Spirit saying to tap into that and to trust that, okay? Don't deny that feeling. That feeling is your intuition. We also have the blue flame. Very interesting. What was I telling you about color, right? About color frequency. Spontaneous awakening, activation, interrogation time. So masculines, if you guys have been seeing the color blue, and for some reason you're feeling drawn to it, Spirit is telling you it's activation time. Okay, this is Spirit saying it's time for your awakening. It's time for you to complete this cycle and become vulnerable. Because in order to attain what it is that you want, success, abundance, commitment, long-term, you have to tap into this frequency. You have to be vulnerable, okay? Again, you have to be awoken here. Okay. So if you're seeing the color blue, remember the color blue is about awakening, spontaneous, out of nowhere. Okay. We also have empathic starseed. Energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Okay. Again, it's understanding masculine that you've made some poor decisions. It is what it is. Okay. So maybe you're around toxic people and this energy is coming into your energy. And now you're feeling what it is that the actual situation it is that you're in. Right. So again, now you're starting to feel this energy of toxicity, revenge, spitefulness, anger, violence, whatever this toxic energy is to you. It's an energy of taking it from the ones around you. Spirit's telling you, look, stop taking this energy. It's not yours. It's not who you are. Okay. Again, have the awakening, tap into your emotions, tap into the things that you are feeling called to, masculine. Okay. So with that being said, masculine, that's all I have for you guys. Namaste. I love you. Stay blessed. Blessed be. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, do all the good stuff. Comment down below and let me know how this resonated for you guys. Okay. I'll see y'all later. Bye.